Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late night Smackdown, whatever you're late. I'm going to probably upload this now Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. It is time for your Smackdown review. Maybe a little also Rampage and Battle for the Belts, because I did see a little bit of it, but not a fuck was given for those shows. I fell asleep actually after Rampage when Battle for the Belts was happening. So like, whoa, how many hours of wrestling was it? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Basically 5 hours of wrestling. And, boy. Wait, 9, 10, 11, 12. Basically 4 hours of wrestling. Okay, yeah, 4 hours of wrestling, and boy, was it tiring. Yeah, no one cares about the fucking Rampage. And did people even know there was this Rampage was live, and this fucking there was a battle for the belts or whatever tonight? I don't think people know. I don't even think they announced it on Dynamite. I don't even remember. Like, what a joke. But oh, it was a live Dynamite, a live Rampage. The show is better when it's live, and yet it's fucking same bullshit. The only reason I'm talking about it because they're gonna they mentioned something that, you know. So they always, I don't understand. Sometimes, I mean, sure, you could say WWE does useless shots, but AEW has done like more shots than WWE for no reason. And literally tonight was another reason why like AEW does another useless shot for like why. What sense does this make? I don't fucking know. It's just a piece to fucking anti-WWE marks and whatever. But yeah, let's talk. So tonight, so not only this is a SmackDown review, a little Rampage or Battle for Belts, I'm not mentioning the title, but I'm also going to cover the whole Vince McMahon controversy shit, the whole fire Vince McMahon type of stuff, and we're going to talk about the draft, and we're going to talk about, you know, yeah, all that kind of stuff, right here on the Zubair Talk TV YouTube channel. Ow, 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 ow! Alright? Grabbing Coca-Colas, drinking my Nestle, 5 missing bitches go, oh shit. I actually did fall asleep during SmackDown too, and I woke up right after Dynamite, I mean Rampage, where it was like I was kind of angry. Not angry, it's just like the thing is, it's like I was very tired, like also because I couldn't really sleep because like whole Ramadan stuff, it messes up my sleeping schedule or whatever, so great, another sleeping schedule mess up, but hey, it is what it is. But I did try to wake up, so I did unfortunately mess some certain stuff that I would have loved to see. But yeah, tonight's SmackDown did not look like to be too bad. I will say the show was better than Raw. But let's talk about this. We'll go. Grab a Coca-Cola, drink my missing bitches go, oh shit. That's what you gotta do. Make them bitches go, oh shit, no matter where they're from, you know? You know nice shit, good cola? Make them go, oh shit, on the big black cats. That's what you gotta do. It's good stuff, alright? But yeah, let's talk about, yeah, let's talk about this whole Vince McMahon stuff or whatever. I mean, okay. So Vince McMahon, he was heavily involved on Raw. I'm not denying that Vince McMahon has ever been involved with Raw when he came back. For all we know, he could have been involved with WWE this entire time, okay? Even when he was like supposedly retired. He's back in WWE because, so he's been back since January full time, I'm guessing, or whatever. Because, you know, and Stephanie McMahon's been gone. Let's be honest here. The reason why Stephanie McMahon's been gone, because she's part of the reason why McMahon she was trying to get McMahon out of power. Her own daughter. And you wonder why fucking she doesn't want to. You wonder why Vince did not want to give the company to his own children. Because they try to basically do that dirty work and use it for themselves. Not that I don't like Stephanie McMahon, but at least like a McMahon who's involved, or people who are part in the family, at least that will be involved. That's why I wouldn't mind, even though I'm not a big fan of Triple H's booking as much as a lot of Smarks. But I will say this, like again, I don't take this away from Triple H. I do think with Triple H, he has more sense of what he does in terms of feuds. He has more sense of what he does with creative than Vince McMahon nowadays. So, but the thing is, with Triple H, he only fucking caters to Smarks, and he's doing fucking stuff that basically Smarky wrestling fans would enjoy. But like, he also based his things based on wrestling. Listen, I understand that. Again, it's a wrestling show. I get it, but you gotta understand that wrestling needs to have stories and characters. Even though Triple H is trying to do that, it's like he only does it with Smarky wrestlers, with the indie wrestlers. It's like that doesn't draw. You know what I mean? And like, a lot of times when he does base things on like base wrestling, it's just like it's boring shit, you know. It's with indie wrestlers and stuff like that. That's why like you need a great character. You need, honestly, again, in my opinion, if you need to have better creative people who is not just about the wrestling, but also like base it on the good feuds, the stories, like who has a good TV like personality, or basically like who knows what draws for casual viewers, and then also the smart TV viewers. Basically, what would get people to watch, be intrigued, whether it's a storyline or a match or whatever. You know, they'll care because it'll be based on something, a story. A lot of people, I think people only like Triple H because of all the good matches or whatever. Even though a lot of matches were not great or memorable, besides a few matches. But in my opinion, again, you gotta be, and plus also cucking out the women. Like, I don't give a shit about the women. I really don't care about who's got their wrestling, even fucking wrestling fan, like people who are legit men. No, women don't care about fucking wrestling, for God's sake. They don't care about women's wrestling. They don't give a shit about that. People want to see fucking, you know, women be hot or whatever, or, you know, at least something interesting. Stuff like, what, again, hot women who can wrestle and also fucking do hot shit, just like fucking back in the Rules of Aggression and the Attitude Era. But seriously, like that's, I don't think Triple H is perfect, but I would rather still, like, than some random person. The only reason why it would be okay with McMahon, like, being in charge, like, because, again, he has that old school mentality, and like it or not, it's his baby, and he has his vision have helped me wrestling where it is today. And he's the reason why, his vision is the reason why WWE's making millions and shit like that, why fucking Wrestlemania sold out and all that kind of crap. Okay, why people still buying money no matter what. And I do kind of blame the fans that, okay, you hate McMahon, but you want to fucking go to a show to say, fire McMahon and blah, 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 which is, like, counterproductive. Instead of, like, actually making his pockets hurt. Like, by not buying the fucking shows, not going to see tickets. If you want the show to improve, then don't buy the WrestleMania tickets. But because they're buying the WrestleMania tickets, that's why the show won't improve. Just saying. Same thing with Triple H and shit like that, okay? That's why they're not even being really edgy and mean like how they were in the Attitude Era, Rules of Aggression Era, shit like that, okay? But here's the thing. So, this whole Fire McMahon shit. People were so angry about Vince McMahon. Apparently, yeah, he was, like, more in charge of Raw because of the endeavor, and it was, if anything, it was more to establish their relationship with Endeavor and, you know, the UFC thing. That's why kind of like Brock Lesnar was involved with the show, or whatever. People are saying the show was the worst Raw of all time. I only disagree with that because there's been worse Raws. If anything, I feel like the Raw from last year was worse than last year, than this year. So I don't know why. Like, did you guys not remember? I feel like everybody sure. I'm not saying wrestling is good now. It's not good. Wrestling fucking sucks. And yes, Raw was pretty bad this past week. It was. But was it the worst Raw of all time? I mean, come on. The show had Lesnar, okay? Even though the fucking ending was a cock tease of main event, at least the show had Lesnar, it had Reigns, and it had something to look forward to in the main event. You had a good opener, you had a good main event. Well, not a good main event segment, I should say. Even though people may say it made no sense, I do agree in an extent. It does not make much sense, but at least it's something you'll establish a story with, hopefully with Brock Lesnar. But, like, even though they kind of ruined the fucking sense they could have made with Lesnar and Cody, with the commentary tonight. Apparently it was mentioned that Brock Lesnar was angry with Cody Rhodes because he was in the main event. Like, what? Since when did Brock Lesnar cares about the main event? That makes no fucking sense. Like, you should have, like, even fucking people made more sense. I hate giving some, like, smarts, who knows, like, sometimes, like, even fans have some good ideas. Like, I even saw an idea, the reason why people, like, why he may have targeted Cody Rhodes, because he failed on beating Roman to get back in the title picture. You know what I mean? I mean, I would like to build up better, like, maybe during the show on Raw, like, Brock Lesnar's like, no matter what happens, if you earn your shot, I want the next stop, front in line or whatever. And you could have made also a reason like, no, I'll do it myself, I'll be Cody. Basically make Brock a tweener. I don't think, in my opinion also, I don't really think, like, Brock Lesnar should be the heel. So, like, it does not make a lot of sense, but I get, like, why they did what they did. Is to help establish, like, WWE being a big thing going on. Because, like it or not, Brock Lesnar is the biggest star in WWE, no matter what he is. He's still a big part, and he's recognizable to UFC fans or whatever, and their partnership with UFC is going to help, blah, blah, blah. Okay? I don't mind that. But I do admit the show is pretty bad. But I think for people saying that was one of the worst Raws of all time in history, Have you guys, like, fucking started what? Did you guys start watching WWE, like, yesterday or something? Or back when, or what? Was WrestleMania 39 your first show or something? Like, you guys clearly have never seen worse Raws than that. There's been way worse Raws. Like, have you, remember even shit with the Muppets? I see fucking anti-W fans or AEW fans, really. Like, they're saying, what, are you rather watch that gay, G-rated kids show? Like, WWE has not done shit with the Muppets in years. Or has done shit that's, like, carrying the kids in years. Instead, they've been carrying to you, Smarky fans. But because they haven't given shit, like, having some gay NXT debut or whatever, that's because of that. The show wasn't good. I'm not saying the show was good at all. The show was not good. Okay? But to say that the show was the worst Raw of all time, it's not. But the main thing is people think it's Vince McMahon's fault. I'm not saying, like, of course I do agree that Vince McMahon can be out of touch. I'm not denying that. The guy could be out of touch of what, because again, the guy, apparently he did not know what Scarface was when Razor Ramon, like, he's that out of touch where he even didn't know, like, certain things. He didn't know that what Scarface was, but then, like, fucking Razor Ramon, Scott Hall had to mention it, and then, like, you know, it sold him with the idea. Same thing with a lot of movies, apparently, and all that kind of shit. You know? Vince, according to Vince Russo. And it's like, wow, what's that tell you? This is why, like, I would rather guys like Vince Russo be on the show and creative and whatever. Like or not, Vince Russo would help make a Raw way better than it is. Or even a fucking, just like a personal, Brian Gewirtz. Like, why don't they not bring back Brian Gewirtz? He's like fucking writing for Young Rock for some reason. No, come back to WWE. Maybe he should be creative. But I guess, I don't know, Vince McMahon, I don't know, he wants to be more in charge or, I don't know, it's just stupid. I don't know. But the main thing is, like, for people that want to fire Vince McMahon because of Raw was being that bad, and because they found out that McMahon is back, like, motherfuckers, did you guys not forget that this guy, even though he has a lot of faults, did you guys not forget that most likely a lot of your favorite things that happened in wrestling was because of Vince McMahon? Because of Vince, if anything, Vince McMahon, like, this is what I will support about Vince McMahon being more in charge than some other company. Because, like or not, Vince McMahon, it at least has that old school mentality, and he is, like, he's not that he's still the last good, not good promoter, but, like, I mean, he's still, like, he's been a good promoter for years, okay? You guys seem to forget that the guy, like, if Vince McMahon or Triple H even, if they were not in charge, WWE would be way different. You're lucky that you guys still have Vince, and you kind of still have Triple H in charge in some sort of way. Sure, now Triple H is, apparently Triple H, yeah, again, he's supposed to be creative, but now he's, like, dethroned by fucking Vince again, or whatever. But at least, like, apparently Triple H will still be involved, so you at least should be happy with that. They're going to try to work along with each other, which I would rather than fucking WWE being sold to some stupid other company and turning it into a legit kids show, like being bought by Disney, being bought from some other promotion, and some fucking guy who doesn't know shit about wrestling or doesn't know anything that think they know shit, it's going to fucking turn into a gay indie fed or do some gay shit with WWE. You're going to see WWE will not be recognizable. Apparently until 2025 or whatever, Vince McMahon will still be in charge. Watch when that happens. Watch when that happens, and then fucking Vince McMahon and you and Triple, everybody's gone, and then everything you liked about WWE will be even worse. I say this every year. Every year is gonna get worse and worse, people. Okay, every year gonna get worse and worse. Again, I was a big disagreement of Vince McMahon selling the company, but the reason why he did it, because apparently to get more in charge, and sure, I see why. And why he doesn't want to sell his own kids. I mean, look what happened to Stephanie. The guy tried to fucking throw his her father under the rug. Try to take power from him. What does that fucking tell you? What a bitch. But not just that, I mean, I'd rather her be in charge than fucking... I'm not saying that Vince McMahon should probably he should step down. But not for the reason because you guys think, oh, you know, he's like in charge. Like, I'm not saying, but like, have you guys not forgotten of worse Raws than this show? What, because fucking you guys had high expectations or whatever? I think people had a lot of high expectations and shit like that, that's why. But but Raw was pretty bad, I get it. But the thing is, like, what do you guys want? You guys want Jay White? The thing is, a lot of these people wanted gay wrestlers to be, that's the thing. You guys wanted Jay White? You guys even wanted Zack Ryder? And all these stupid Smarky, it's a Smarky mentality. And also the Smarkies think to hate, like, if something bad happens, it's McMahon's fault entirely. Like, you really think fucking, it's like everything was McMahon's fault? He did say, like, yes, there was a few rewrites and blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to defend Vince, but, like, it's like, Everything that Vince McMahon does is apparently his fault. Like, Triple H is not at fault for what he does. Like, I'm sorry, Triple H is at fault his own for him saying, "Oh, we're not going anywhere. Nothing's gonna change." The motherfucker's hypocrite for saying that. So come on, Triple H is at fault too. Don't say he's fucking some saint. No, if anything, it's everybody's fault. It's not even just McMahon's fault. It's everybody's fault for help booking the show or coming with these ideas. Because you gotta understand, there's still people who are in creative. It's like, they even pitch Almas versus Elias and fucking the number one contenders match. You think Vince McMahon did it all himself? There's still gotta be people there. All these bunch of writers. So it's like, it's not just McMahon's fault. I'm blaming everybody in WWE. And honestly, let's be honest here. How is it McMahon? Like, can you really blame how, like, when the wrestlers are shit too, when all these wrestlers don't have the effort to be entertaining, whatever? So it's more than just McMahon's fault, really. It's also fucking the people who even pitched these ideas for McMahon to do. It's also fucking the wrestlers for not being entertaining, which will get wider employed, but you can blame Triple H for bringing back these people, whatever. But, like, even WWE even hiring him in the first place, even Vince McMahon keeps keeping him, I don't know. But then, in the end of the day, I don't think it's just McMahon's fault. I think it's everybody's fault. But, like, to hate on Vince McMahon, when the guy literally, you're going to want to fire him because, because Endeavor doesn't want him gone. Endeavor wanted him to be be involved because he is basically he's the face of WWE in terms of who's the boss, you know? Like, they view him like just like Dana White is for UFC, which is not a fucking problem. Like or not, McMahon is the man. Like, come on, did you guys not forget that McMahon is not a pussy? The guy, he's a pussy grab. How dare you grab bitches by the pussy? Y'all just mad y'all can't get pussy. I don't fucking know. Y'all fucking, he used it for sexual, motherfuckers was consent. Okay, it's consent, you motherfuckers. I don't think you know shit. Again, it's just bullshit to make it seem like, McMahon, the bad guy, he raped bitches. No, he didn't. He didn't rape anybody. He didn't force anybody to have sex with him. It was consensual, but he kept the hush money. He wanted to fucking hush them up. Because, again, they're trying to fucking protect the legitimacy of him and Linda's relationship. Which is now fully debunked. But hey, whatever. Let him be with the bitches, man. What? You can't be with the bitches? Y'all don't want it to, y'all don't want motherfuckers to get a piece? Oh yeah, because y'all can get pieces. That's the reason, I guess. You fucking fat neck bearded mongoloid smarks, I swear to God. Y'all with your 90 hours of wrestling and shit. I swear to God, like, I tried watching fucking, this entire week I had been drained just by watching wrestling. Just by watching Wrestlemania, Raw, Smackdown, AEW, all this bullshit. And how drained I am. Like, I'm sorry, how do you guys motherfuckers do it? How do you guys do it? Like, you guys have no lives. But seriously, other than that, like, you guys want to fire Vince. Like, you want to start fire Vince. I understand. Listen, you may not like the show. But yeah, y'all motherfuckers, like, I hate to say it, but y'all gonna still watch it for stupid reasons. Like, if you want the show to improve, then don't watch it. The only reason I watch it, again, yes, I wanted to get better, but I do videos for it, okay? I still do it. But again, I barely watched, I still have times where I struggle to watch the show because I'm busy, and not just that, like, there's times I don't even feel like I'm watching the show, and I don't sometimes. I just read the results sometimes, too. Which I'm kind of doing tonight. Like, I didn't watch fully the show. But, you know, I'm gonna read the notes. But you people like, fire Vince, you know, he's evil, McMahon. Okay, well, guess what? You may say that, but watch when it gets worse when McMahon's not in charge. And the Raw and WWE would get more lower ratings than ever and shit like that. But yeah, here's the thing. Fire Vince. The reason why this is also happening because they wanted, these fucking weirdo fans, these smarks, wanted to start a Fire Vince chant at SmackDown. They wanted to riot the show. They wanted to fucking basically hijack the show. Same thing with the CM Punk, when CM Punk left WWE, when they were in Chicago, they wanted to hijack the show and shit like that with CM Punk. Remember that, people? Basically, it's the same shit like that. It's the same shit. Well, guess what? The show did not get hijacked. And, like, what sense does it make? Again, like, besides, like, basically, like, the minority of people that probably liked to retweet on Twitter, fire Vince, and they wanted to start that whole hijack SmackDown thing. don't you guys think it's counterproductive that you guys spending your own fucking money and chanting all this shit instead of maybe reselling your ticket or not going to the show? Or buying the show? Like, y'all motherfuckers bought the show. How's it productive? Like, especially, like, how does it help even the wrestlers you like? The show had fucking Gunter and Sheamus. The show had fucking Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn. A match that people have been looking forward to for, like, a while. A feud that people give a fuck about, you know? Even, like, your supposed other favorite shit that happened on the show. You guys really want to fucking hijack the show when they're doing stuff like that? I mean, if you wanted to hijack the show, why you guys didn't hijack the show back on Raw? I don't know what to tell you. But, like, the thing is, like, there's been worse Raws, so I don't get what you guys are fucking, like, what? Because, oh, you guys found out that McMahon was supposedly in charge and he's back because with his fucking stash and shit like that. Now he has a mouth stash and shit like that. You guys don't want McMahon because how dare he be in charge even though he's been in charge for years, and he also helped made the company, like, he's the reason why there's been laws that have been good, by why WWE has been good for a while. The only reason it's been shit because fucking, I don't know, they did not put the effort and shit. And also not just that, like, they were catering to kids. Now they really don't care. Besides, I would say this with Triple H, yeah, he does put the effort, which is why I will say this. I would definitely rather compare. So he wasn't there tonight, McMahon, supposedly. McMahon was not on SmackDown tonight. He was in the Eagles, which, good for him. He was good watching the Eagles. Which is like, wow, what does that tell you? You even know your show fucking sucks. The only reason, again, like, you have to know, like, again, the only reason why he was there was literally because he wanted to help fucking establish the whole Brock and Cody relationship thing, the whole, you know, Endeavor stuff, and also basically with Brock Lesnar. That's why Brock Lesnar was on the show and shit like that. If McMahon wasn't there, Brock Lesnar would not have been there and shit like that. Would that mean that McMahon has more control of Raw? I don't fucking know. Maybe he might, but just like, whatever. I mean, in my opinion, all I have to say is just I don't care. Like, the show sucked when McMahon was in charge, or lately, like, McMahon has been out of touch. I did not enjoy the show as much when Triple H was in charge. Despite a few things about Raw or SmackDown Triple H has done, he's done few things were good. But I don't see why people are saying that he's so great, because, come on, the shows were still kind of bad, or pretty boring for most part, when he was even in charge. So I don't really, like, I don't really care. Whether it's McMahon in charge, Triple H in charge, it's like fucking legit fucking yams and sweet potatoes. The same shit, in my opinion. Like, if you want good creative, like, a good creative is not necessarily having a wrestler being part of creative. But it's gotta be, like, who knows TV, and he knows freaking, you know. Sure, they're a fan of wrestling, but they know how to write a good TV show. Basically, you need good TV writers. You need fucking good wrestling TV writers. Which is what guys like Vince Russo, like or not, was. Heck, Brian Gewirtz, who was the writer for Raw and SmackDown or whatever. Even Paul Heyman, who was the writer for SmackDown fucking back in 2002. Eric Bischoff even, you know, you do need those writers. It would be nice to have them be as writers again. Or somebody who maybe is young, but like actually knows what TV is, but who knows how to write TV, but who's a fan of wrestling. Just like Ed Ferrara. Ed Ferrara was a TV guy, but he was a fan of wrestling. And him and Vince Russo were the only guys in creative to write a good TV show. Which is like, obviously Vince McMahon, I know why Russo would not be part, because again, and for people, it's funny, all the smarks, when they found out, I think last year, oh, Russo was back in WWE. No, he wasn't. So Vince Russo mentioned, I think recently or a few months ago, that he was a consultant for the USA Network. A lot of websites basically twisted the wording and said that Vince Russo was back in WWE as a consultant. That's bullshit. He was a consultant for the USA Network, not for WWE. He was consulting with them, talking to the USA Network, talking about how Raw was bad, and the USA Network agreed, but WWE refused to basically a lodge and fucking do something that even Russo would say, like, or fucking, I don't know, just they basically did not listen to the USA Network. They just basically did their own shit while USA Network basically fucking, you know, showed the show. Because it was still their #1 fucking, they didn't want to lose it because, again, like or not, the USA Network, that's their legit only TV show they have. Like, really, who gives a fuck about Suits and all the stupid shows that basically got discontinued? The only shows that I think people really care about on the USA Network is like Law and Order SVU to rewatch that show, which is like what I watch, like basically Law and Order SVU. Like, come on, or 911. I don't know, some stupid fucking crime show. But like, come on, like, you need, even with Triple H, I don't know, the creative would not be as good, okay, I don't know, like, just because they found out Vince, it's like, worst role of all time, or something with Vince, like, do you really think, like, again, it said, like, the only thing apparently was clued in is, like, only fucking, like, a few things, regardless, if you guys wanted McMahon to be fired, why weren't you guys chanting this even years ago? I don't fucking know. Like, why now? Because, oh, he came back? Like, did you guys not forget, even with fucking Triple H was majority in charge with a few Raws, did you guys not forget there's been Raws that were bad? If memory serves me right, like, back in, like, October, there was, like, a Raw that was really fucking bad. There was, like, no Lesnar and whatever, like, no Edge and all these people who basically were going to be on the show who mattered, who people give a fuck about. And it was, like, one of the worst Raws of all time. And that was under Triple H. So, I don't know what you guys, I don't know, whatever. In the end of the day, Raw is shit, okay? Even with McMahon in charge, so I don't know what to tell you. You guys hate on McMahon when he created this business. I'm not supporting that he's a great booker, who's a great creative genius, as he, he definitely has declined in terms of being, like, what he was, but he still has that old school mentality, even though he's not fully there. Okay, but the guy will still know. Again, he wouldn't have kept guys like Lesnar there and did what the fuck he would with Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. Again, if anything, that will help. Even though it's going to be just like Lesnar and Cena and blah, blah, blah. You cannot deny, at least with, like, that'll give Cody to do something. Because apparently he does kind of believe in Cody if he wouldn't fucking help him. Because again, Lesnar could just been feuding with, like, Lashley again. Or he could have continued a match with fucking Almost, for fuck's sakes. He's going to help give Cody a little rub to help him. Even though it's going to be like, really? You're repeating the Cena shit? But like, I don't know. It's just this weird way of trying to help Cody. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. In the end of the day, people want to fire Vince. All people hate Vince because he's part of the Endeavor. He's in charge once again. Even though, in my opinion, he's always still been in charge, okay? Who fucking cares? Just Triple H had more in charge of creative, but, you know, all that kind of shit. But it's like, he was still in the company some sort of way. Why should he be fully gone? I mean, do I think that should he be really creative? Not so much. Maybe, sure, him and Triple H maybe work out something. Definitely, hopefully, they'll bring up... They should not have so many fucking writers, because all these fucking writers, they're just wasting money and doing stupid shit. Hopefully they'll actually bring some people who actually know how to write a TV show for WWE, who actually know how to fucking write pro wrestling and shit, and that'll be nice. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not, like, I don't really care. It's just business as usual. It's the same shit for me. Even with Triple H in charge, I felt Raw was still pretty boring for the most part. Were there certain low gems that were good? Sure. I'm not denying that. For people that are talking about how the Bloodline was good, if anything, that fucking started with Vince McMahon. So I don't know why you guys fucking are literally hating McMahon when, again, with that little genius of him, he fucking actually helped make the Bloodline. He is the reason why the Bloodline became a fucking one of the best TV shows. Like, why the best things on TV. Is because it started with McMahon. So I don't know what to fucking tell you. People loved night 1 of WrestleMania last year. Guess who made the show? McMahon! I liked night 2 too. I didn't hate WrestleMania entirely last year. McMahon was running it. Fucking, even WrestleMania, fucking, I mean, apparently it was Triple H, but it was like apparently McMahon was charged a little bit. Whatever, their collaboration helped me WrestleMania 39 great. So, I don't know. Sure, it's not going to be always perfect, and I think again I don't want sloppy bullshit. I want good wrestling. I want fucking legit good shows every fucking day and night, every fucking week. That's why, in my opinion, like maybe they should not be part creative. I'm not saying Vince McMahon should leave his own company, but for people who want him to be out, even for like the littlest thing, even as like shareholder, even as a chairman, even as his fucking business, like. Why do you guys hate the guy so much? What did he do to you? Because he didn't cater to you guys too much? Okay, then go watch AEW. I don't fucking know. Go watch AEW. Go enjoy your Jay Whites and all that shit. Go watch that. Which I would rather those guys be there instead of WWE to fucking stink up that shit as an indie promotion. And maybe WWE could probably be closer to what was back in the Attitude a little bit. With at least the old school mentality. And maybe they'll fucking, I don't know, do some good shit. I don't fucking know. But at the end of the day, do I think McMahon's going to do it? No. I don't think McMahon's, because again, yes, I do agree. To me, it's pros and cons. There's pros of him being in charge, that he is that old school mentality. It's his fucking child. It's his baby. His vision is help me with wrestling popular. It's why fucking Wrestlemania is a thing. Okay? And like it or not, McMahon can help sell Wrestlemania. Because he's that guy. That guy, like it or not, McMahon is a good businessman. That's why he's still in the company. He's a good businessman. He knows how to make it good as a business. You know, and I think McMahon's also. It would be nice to see McMahon on TV sometimes. Him getting a stunner by Austin and shit like that. That never gets old. That's why it's great for him to be back in some sort of way like that. Even though the Smarts will just hate him, whatever. But like, yes, I do agree. He's out of touch. The guy has his faults. He fucking doesn't know a lot of fucking shit. He doesn't even know what's up to date or whatever. Even though he thinks that what's up to date is fucking stupid trash rap music to be on TV shows. Do I think also, of course, creative. I hate that he'll have gimmick pay-per-views. He'll have fucking stupid shit. It looks like because of him, that's why the draft is coming back. Like, why? You don't need a draft. Which I will get to as well. In the end of the day, you don't need McMahon, in terms of creative much, but you kind of do need him in terms of business sense, which is why I keep him with that and have him keep him chairman. I don't have a problem with that, but with creative, I do see why people complain. But it's like, you guys are acting like Raw is so fucking bad when Raw has been bad for like years. Even with Triple H in charge, Raw has been terrible, really. It's not like it's always been perfect. It's not been good. Honestly, there's been a lot of boring shows under Triple H as well. Come on. And constant fucking Divas main event bullshit? Come on, get the fuck out of here with that. But that's not going to change with McMahon. McMahon was fucking shoving the women in the main event anyways, too. In my honest opinion, it's like whatever. Yams and sweet potatoes. It's the same shit. No big... It's whatever. You know. I don't know. What? Is it because you guys hate Brock Lesnar? He's a part-timer. Is that why? I don't know. Smarks hate Lesnar for some reason. But it's like, at the end of the day, okay, what do you do? It's like also everything. Like... Oh, it's gotta be McMahon back. You guys were saying things like, even when Triple H has booked it, it's gotta be McMahon booking this. Like, everything is McMahon's fault. Sure, McMahon has been involved in certain things, but it's always his fault, apparently. Whatever. Okay. Okay. Whatever. McMahon's an evil guy. He's such an evil guy, guys. He's so evil. I hate McMahon. I hate the alpha male Chad McMahon. I'm not saying, like, I think, like, obviously both McMahon and Triple H are alpha Chads, you know? That's fucking what we need. We need some alphas. Well, you guys want fucking Tony Khan? That fucking schmuck? Oh, my lord. Go enjoy that Smarky shit. Go watch that. Enjoy your gay indie shit. I don't know. At least, like, you have to, like, look what fucking WWE was able to make a lot of money, and that's because of help with McMahon. That's why he's still there, too. That's why Endeavor's with them. It's a business. It's not just about... It's not an indie promotion. That's why all these indie promotions will still stay indie. Oh, Lord. And now let's talk about the draft. Before... Yeah, so it was announced later in the draft. I am totally against the draft. And I will say this is like part of McMahon's fault. And Triple H. I'm not in favor of the draft. The draft... to me, is useless. There's no need for a brand split, especially how it's been done for years. First of all, you have the titles unified. You have the world titles unified. So you're just going to ununify them? You can't do that. In my opinion, I don't want that to happen. First of all, There's no need for a brand split. First of all, the reason why Raw and SmackDown became a thing. SmackDown started because there was a demand for both shows. There was a demand for, back in the day when the USA Network or Spike and UPN wanted a show. They wanted something. And thanks to fucking WWE, they created SmackDown to be the secondary show, but it turned out to be the biggest show for Thursday nights and then Friday nights. They became big shows for you to watch. You know? They were a continuation of each other, which is why I wish WWE would be. You don't need a draft. Because, and first of all, why would I want to see a draft? Why would I want to see a brand split when literally it's going to be worse than it was originally? At least when you did the brand split, there was a reason you did the brand split. Because the brand split, you combined WCW, two biggest promotions into one, and you actually had stars. Nowadays, you have no stars. Why do you want to fucking have a brand split? When literally, you're struggling to have a world champion on both shows, and you're struggling to have any top stars. There's no top star. So you're going to have Roman on SmackDown and Cody on Raw when he's not that big of a star as Roman Reigns. Well, you can keep Brock Lesnar there, but Brock is a part-timer. How does that make any fucking sense? You don't need a brand split. Okay? Especially when Fox and the USA Network has been complaining that their shows are shit. When they're just disappointed. Like, why not? With that logic, why not have guys like Lesnar on both shows? Why not have Reigns on both shows? Why not even have Cody on both? Why aren't you, like, why? Oh, but the brand split allows opportunity. You could have two champs. So you guys want just laziness. You guys want just people who don't really deserve the opportunity getting it. With that bullshit, that at least the guys like Jinder Mahal winning the WWE Championship, that at least the fucking jobbers being pushed for no reason, at least the fucking stupid shit. Not everyone deserves to be world champion for the sake of whatever. Not everyone needs to fucking be on the show when they're shit. You should release them. I'm not saying people lose their jobs, but I'm sorry, if you're not cutting it, there's a reason why McMahon fired those people, but Triple H bought them back because they were his Papa H. Yeah, Poppy. Yes, bring me back. Johnny Gargano, I love you. Whatever. Johnny Gargano sucking Triple H's dick or whatever. I don't know. Or fucking some gay schmuck. Bronsy's really like, Triple H, I love you. Suck on my little penis. You fat loving fuck. I don't fucking know. It's like, what's that shit? My name's Jonah. Jonah. Like, fucking whatever. His name's Jonah, not Bronson Reed. I know that. Whatever. But, like, seriously, why should they have a brand split? Why? Like, with the bull... Like, why should we... Again, in my perfect world, you don't need a draft. Especially how they're going to do the draft now. Did you guys not forget how they did the draft in recent years? How the draft was shit? They even had, like, oh, Fox, like, yeah! Like, remember that shit in 2019? Even 2020 was so... Like, they just announced... And they're going to announce Raw gets... Cody Rhodes, even though he's on Raw already. Yeah, so they're going to do it bullshitly. They're just like, oh, this guy's on Raw, this guy's on SmackDown, even though already there, but they're going to change this guy to Raw and SmackDown when they're not, like, because they need to remind us that they're on this show or not. You know how stupid and gay that is? Like, clearly Roman's was drafted to SmackDown, but we're going to fucking draft him to SmackDown anyways because you guys probably forgot he's on SmackDown. Do you not know how stupid it... Whatever happened to the draft lottery? Like, it was understandable when they originally did the draft back in 2016 because you're using the draft again and you can decide. And then the beauty of the draft, like, why it was exciting back in the, like, on the 2000s, because it was like a lottery. 2004 was so exciting. You had a lottery, like, randomized and shit. It was fucking fun. It was actually intriguing. It was actually good television. Now just, Raw gets this guy who's already on Raw. But then Raw gets this new guy because he was on SmackDown. And then you're going to draft people who made Raw good or SmackDown good or was good on Raw and SmackDown. And we're going to fucking make them worse and whatever. It's going to be basically boring shit, whatever. Yeah, great. Let's do that fucking shit. You don't need a draft, okay? You don't need a brand split. You don't need two different titles, and I hope they don't do that. I hope you keep the titles. But you don't need, again, you don't need fucking multi-title. you could keep the US and IC title. You don't need 2 different titles. So that with that bullshit, you'll have another Jinder Mahal, another fucking shitty world champion. The world, and then it devalues the other world title. Come on, you don't need 2 women's titles. You should, again, it's not so hard writing a show, especially when you could still have probably USA Network Fox complaining. Why not have the wrestlers on both shows? Is it so hard to have them both shows and make the show continuation of each other and make them entertaining? Why is that so hard? Why is that so hard? It worked back in fucking when you did Smackdown originally, with 1999 to 2002. Why is it so different now to do it? I don't know. You don't need a draft. You don't need a brand split. Oh, it's just new change. Well, guess what? It's gonna be the same. The thing is, it's gonna be the same shit anyways. You really think this draft is gonna make some creative genius bullshit? No, it's gonna be the same shit. You're gonna still have these wrestlers go on different shows and blah blah blah. It's not gonna be significant. It's gonna be a wild card brand invitational, whatever. And not just that, like you're clearly just doing this for ratings. You're probably just gonna do this for ratings. You think this is gonna ratings pop and watch it? They'll fucking be like the lowest ratings possible because you guys can't fucking do anything interesting and entertaining. You don't need a draft. Fuck the draft. Do something interesting. Actually have wrestlers on both shows and this stupid brand split shit. Fuck it. You need to fire people because they're all garbage. The people you brought back were garbage. You don't need these people back if you fucking release them for a fucking reason and you're wasting your fucking money. If you're shit at your job, you deserve to be released. I'm sorry. Were there certain people that were fired that were cool? Sure. But I'm sorry. Like, there's things that have to happen. Like, for God's sakes, maybe you weren't really that good at that time. You don't need them. You can always bring them back. Like, Braun Strowman, I don't hate necessarily. And I think he's good for what he is. Even though they're not taking his advantage as creative, which is why they released him. I was like, sure, maybe bring him back in the future. I don't know. Even though they're clearly doing nothing with the guy. In my honest, again, you don't need a draft. This draft is stupid. And especially how they do the draft nowadays is fucking gonna be dumb and gay. And really, the brand split is gonna be fucking garbage. Great, we're gonna probably separate the titles again. Like, why? It's just also gonna devalue, like, oh, Cody wins the one title, Roman's still the champion. Do you not understand how that would kind of, like, ruin the whole prestige of beating Roman Reigns? Like, oh, he wins one title. Or he beats it, but then Roman keeps another title because, like, some bullshit contract. You know how that would devalue the value of beating Roman Reigns? That's why I do blame that on Vince, because he wants a brand. And then, what's gonna happen? We're gonna have brand Warfare Survivor Series. I was so happy that they did not do that bullshit last year. Which I'm so happy they'll end the brand split. Don't need to worry about this shit. But great, everybody has brand supremacy, and we're gonna do fucking Raw versus Smackdown again of Survivor Series. Why? Why? Why you have nothing better ideas to do than stupid bullshit bragging rights ripoff? Why? It sucks! Fuck! Maybe think about it, yeah, maybe you should keep Triple H, or I don't know, whatever. It's gonna be the same shit even there's no brand war shit, it's gonna be still boring I just want wrestling to be good too, you know? It's like, I'm sorry, I don't have faith in anybody, man. Wrestling is just dead. It's just the culture now. It's just also another reason why I think I'm only okay with McMahon being in charge. Because McMahon's not an SJW. That's what's one of the main things. He's not an SJW snowflake. He's not a fucking liberal cuck. He's a fucking Chad conservative motherfucker. He's a fucking, he's the man what people want to be and women want to be with because they got that power. You know what I mean there? Oh, but the evil. Instead of Triple H, but he just like, he likes banging trannies. Like, what the fuck? Like, banging China. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, Triple H? Like, you turned Stephanie from being so feminine to being masculine. Like, what the fuck's up with that? But yeah, there you go. That's my argument, the whole draft bullshit. You don't need a draft. You don't need a brand split. Fuck this shit, okay? Now let's talk about SmackDown. I mean, I can always talk about AEW. I might as well not have time, or I'll try to talk a little bit about SmackDown and AEW. But I don't really care. All I know, the show started with the Brawling Brutes defeating Gunter and Imperium. So Imperium, they're continue this. I will say I am a bit worried for the future. Like, yeah, they might bring back the gimmick pay-per-views and they're gonna fucking do Raw and SmackDown again. Like, I mean, maybe that was like one of the only good things that McMahon not being in charge. But it's like, and also what? They're gonna see the old Hell in a Cell go back, like, to being fucking red again. Maybe the weapons won't be colorful this time. I don't fucking know. You know, maybe thinking about, yeah. But again, it's like, I don't care. Both shows are shit anyways with Triple H in charge. It's just at least fucking McMahon, he's like, you know, he's not a fucking SJW guy. He's not some pussy whipped cuck that's gonna fucking run the company. You know? That no one fucking knows and is gonna do gay woke shit. Because, well, we know, if fucking WWE gets sold to some other company, or like they weren't friends with Endeavor or whatever, it would be probably some gay woke bullshit. Like, imagine WWE brought Disney. It would be some gay woke shit, some tranny winning the LGBT like title or something, you know? You don't want that shit. Oh, you got a problem? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Fuck you, fatty, if you think that's not a problem. So, Imperium loses to the Brawling Brutes. That was fine. I bet the match was good. I did saw some highlights that I bet the match was good. Wade Barrett says Brock Lesnar's mad because his match was first at WrestleMania and Cody Rhodes was the main event. That's the argument. That's the fucking argument with Lesnar. Like, really? That is such the lamest excuse to come up with. And if that was... Because, again, Triple H was... Vince McMahon was not there tonight. So what's really the difference, huh? What's really the difference when Vince McMahon was not there, but Triple H was more in charge when Vince McMahon was not there? He was at the Eagles game. Whose fault is it? You know what I would say? I say it's both fault. I say it's both. It's both fault. It's both Triple H and McMahon. Because, again, Triple H is there. He could have said something like, don't fuck what Vince says. I'm in charge here. You could, you know, he could have just said that. But no. What did that tell you? What does that tell you, huh? Ricochet defeats Ivar. No one fucking cares. Triple H announces the draft and it will change the game. I love Triple H. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, can you just do another shit announcement? Can you have done something... Again, this was just done to, like, get it, announcement. Like, you could have done this on Raw or whatever. Can you just done something fun and intriguing? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Should have announced something more better or exciting. Like, people are thinking, like, well, oh, he's gonna leave the company, or Vince McMahon's gonna leave this time or something. They were, like, hoping for that. I don't fucking know. Xavier Woods, Emma, Madcap Moss were playing W2K23, and LA Knight shows up and complains how he didn't appear at WrestleMania, but Woods got to appear on both nights. Woods tell LA that if he worked as hard as he ran his mouth, maybe he would have appeared. LA breaks Woods' PS5 controller. A very personal. I mean, they could establish a feud like that, maybe. I don't fucking know. That would be kind of funny, but it's like, they're going to probably, in this gay shit, we're going to establish, oh, you know what, how Triple H would do this? Triple H would probably have Xavier Woods win. Because he loves video games, he's going to appeal to the nerd culture. Well, Vince McMahon would probably, like, have, like, you know, fuck your games and probably have only... I understand. I will say this with... I mean, maybe if McMahon said, like, he still has some old school mentality mindset, I don't know, but... I do see why people are complaining, because, oh, LA Knight was at night WrestleMania. Apparently, Vince McMahon not is a fan of LA Knight. I don't know why, which I do disagree about with McMahon. Like, why would you not, like, care for LA Knight? Why would you turn on Max Dupree or whatever? And why would not show him up? Like, again, I would have done if LA Knight would have been on fucking WrestleMania and get interrupted by even Stone Cold or something. I don't fucking know. I would have, ideally, you have Batista interrupt him, which would have been nice. Batista interrupt him. Heck, even The Rock. God, imagine that. But no, I will give that. That's like one of the sad problems. Like, why did it ruin my experience? Not necessarily, but it's just like, wow, LA Knight. You know, you can't have WrestleMania with LA Knight, Los Angeles Knight, and then you didn't have him. Like, but then, oh, it's McMahon's fault because you gotta have Shane. Yeah, fuck the guy. I don't understand why people hate Shane McMahon. So, if anything, who I think should run. You want to ask who I think should run WWE? It should be Shane McMahon. Why? Because actually McMahon has... Shane McMahon, he's the reason why McIntyre won the Rumble 2020. I didn't like it at the time, but he actually fucking saw something McIntyre, like, wow. And the guy actually has some creative genius. He's the reason why, like, why not buy UFC? And look what's going on now. Shane McMahon, if anything, is a younger Vince, but more cooler and better. And I don't know why, I don't know why Vince hates his own son. I don't know why. I really don't. But you want to ask my opinion? I would rather have Shane McMahon run the company. He's a more better, cooler, fucking younger Vince. The guy actually put his body on the line too. The guy's a bad. Oh, but fuck Shane, because I don't know. Like, you guys legit got worked. You guys got worked thinking he's the bad guy when he was running SmackDown. Like, you guys just got so worked. I legit thought it. Like, you guys legit hate him for what? And because he's a part-timer? Motherfucker, the guy's a better part-timer wrestler than only... He's the better McMahon wrestler, motherfuckers. He's like the best untrained wrestler in history. The guy owed his stupid sons and whatever. But let's hate on Shane for what? Oh, he botched. It's an accident. It happens. It happens, you motherfuckers. It happens that it's unplayed botch, but it's his fault. It's bad. It's karma. What karma for what? Oh, he booked last year's Royal Rumble. Bullshit. I'm blaming Vince for that. I'm blaming Vince. If anything, Shane McMahon is the scapegoat. People like to say, oh, Triple H could be the scapegoat for McMahon when something bad happens, but it's reality Vince. Do you not think that fucking Shane McMahon was the scapegoat for last year's Royal Rumble? I don't know what to tell you. I would have Shane, if you guys want to also actually change my mind, I would have Shane McMahon run the company, be part creative, and all, because I think he's the one that actually knows more. He has more creative juices. The guy fucking tried to do Raw Underground where he had the hot, sexy women and shit. He knows draws, but let's get them rid of them because SJW fucking woke shit. I'm not saying one Underground was great, but like at least he was trying to be edgy. The guy actually knows how to be edgy. The Judgment Day defeats the LWO. Sadly missed this, but this looked like it could have been kind of cool. Finn Balor was like there. I need a fucking hold on a second. Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. There's like something beforehand. I read my notes. Come on. Oh boy, I'm tired. Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about this. Boy, come on. Hi, how are you? How y'all doing? Y'all talked to some chicks lately? Y'all being manly? Y'all gotta be. I swear to God, let me fucking say this. Not around society. I was literally fucking talking to a chick earlier today, and then freaking some nerd, like freaking, because like she was like selling phones. And then, like, literally, this fucking nerd, like, he was, like, because, like, the chick was giving out, like, free phones. And, like, this fucking nerd was, like, you play Steam? Like, motherfucker, you play gaming? Like, sure, yeah. Like, motherfucker, you're talking to a chick in front of, I'm trying to talk to a chick in front of you. And you're, like, you're fucking cock block. You should have cock, like, thankfully, I got the number and shit, right? But, like, seriously, this fucking nerd has me fucking, like, when I'm talking to the chick, because, yeah, he's getting a phone. But, like, he had never talked to me, like, you want to game? Like, I'm not trying to be egotistical, but it's like, bro, you really gonna talk about games in front of a fucking girl? I don't even know you, and why are you talking to me? And it's, like, funny, like, you should get the phone, you know, expert motherfucker. And I'm trying to fucking talk and have a conversation and shit like that. And then you're fucking, you game? Yeah, you should get Steam. We should get this stupid, you should get it. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Thankfully, I got the number. That's for damn sure. I can always give some updates, we'll see what happens with that. It's just, like, I swear to God, y'all gotta be cool in the world. Y'all gotta fucking not do gay shit. That's what I have to say. Oh, yeah, fucking backstage, we said, Kevin, I'm here to bring more change. It's like, Sami Zayn was like with Kevin, says like, maybe I should talk to Jay or whatever. He was like asking, maybe I should go talk to Jay. Because, I don't want to hurt Jay, because there could be a way out. And Kevin Owens tells him, like, we beat them already for the tag titles. You really think you're going to, help Jay realize and blah, blah, blah. Like, all that kind of shit. Basically, like, building up the whole you know, when the Usos will event. It's building into the story of, you know, the Usos ascensioning with the bloodline, which I'm always a fan. Which I was happy with the show. I will say the show tonight with SmackDown was not bad with that. It's like, so I give credit with that. That's good. Early on the show, Brock Lesnar said, I have no idea why Brock Lesnar packed Cody Rhodes. I have no idea. I did not know why. But that's irrelevant because because we're gonna see Jey Uso main event Jey again and blah blah blah. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan defeats Natty Nightfart and shots and shits. It was just shits. Rhea Ripley says sports entertainment changed for her at WrestleMania because she did the impossible. She destroyed and dethroned Charlotte Flair. Ripley called everyone to rise for her. Fans cheer. Finn Balor brings up Edge and says Edge is some kind of sicko, so splitting open with his head to get a W, which I guess it helps. That helps, I guess, with, you know, mentioning what happened. Even though he needed 14 staples, Edge is nowhere to be seen while Balor is still standing. Fans boo and cheer, which is like, to me, it makes no sense. Why not just have Balor be off television for a little bit to sell the injury? Like, why was he there? In my opinion, that kind of like sells the injury in a little bit. Dominic begins speaking in nuclear heat. He again tries to speak for a couple of times, and then he gets interrupted with a loud boos and the chant saying, "You suck." Dominic says he pulls back from his punches because he couldn't hurt his dad because he loves him, while he couldn't say the same for his dad. Dominic says the fans and his family can go to hell, take Bad Bunny, your friends with you. Damian Priest his fans to Bunny. He hopes Bunny can find it in his heart to forgive Priest because Priest forgives Bunny for making him do what he did on Raw. And then, you know, the Dominic Damian Priest defeats Rey and Santos, which I bet this was actually kind of fun to watch, you know? Maybe they might be also building up to Rhea Ripley versus Selena Vega, some LWO type of shit, which I do like. Oh my god, come on, I'm trying to do a video. Stupid fucking, oh man, stupid Facebook. Oh man. Come on, I hate, I'm trying, okay, good. Oh wow, Shinsuke Nakamura's coming back to SmackDown. You think that's what McMahon's trying to do, people? You think McMahon's booking Nakamura to come back to SmackDown? You don't think this is fucking Triple H? Backstage, Sami Zayn approaches Jey Uso, says, you know, you don't talk fine, but there's one thing that's before going out for months, you know, there's a way out for all of us. He points out everything that happened, the bloodline's coming down and whatever, but Roman's mad at Jey and Paul kept spraying live. That's why Jimmy's not there and shit like that. They just want to, and like how the inevitable that Solo may strike Jey or whatever. He says that he will keep being some sense that he has to try to save Jey. And then we hear a crash, and then we see Kevin Owens knocked down. It's shown that it may have been Solo Sikoa and blah blah blah. Next week, Solo Sikoa, Xavier Woods versus LA Knight. In the main event, we see this as the main event. We see Jey Uso defeating Sami Zayn with the help of Solo. The match was actually not bad also for the main event. It's like it's a match that had a story built up to, you know, you cared. There was storytelling, so I liked this match. The match was good. After the match, Solo kept attacking Sami. I hope in the future, definitely Sami shows like some support for Solo because he liked everybody, right? But then Solo's like kind of like emotionless. That would be nice, especially after when the Usos leave the bloodline and like Solo's like a true member, which I think should happen. He basically established that, but like, you know, basically Solo's like full on bloodline. You know what I mean? Solo kept attacking Sami, but then we see Jey actually stops him. Like, it builds up the dissension. Like, you know, he has enough, but then he eventually just kicks Sami Zayn. You know, all that kind of stuff. They're gonna get the chair, but then Matt Riddle comes out. This actually does make sense because, again, Matt Riddle... Again, I wouldn't mind if... Why not have him return on this show instead, right? This could have been the big return, the SmackDown after Mania type of shit, and, you know... I would rather this happened than what happened on Raw with Matt Riddle, but, you know, maybe someone a returning wrestler could have attacked The Miz, or even Braun Break. I don't fucking know. In the end of the day, this is fine. You know, like, yeah. But since I don't give a shit for Matt Riddle, though. But, you know, okay. Whatever. It's good stuff. Whatever. Now let's talk about AEW for a little bit. Hook defeats Ethan Page to retain the FTW title, blah, blah, blah. You realize there was a table there. Apparently this was a no DQ match, and I don't fucking care. We have QTV or whatever. I don't fucking know, some gay shit. We see the Acclaimed. They're at the, I don't know, Jericho Breaching Society. There's some stupid raps. Then JS turns on the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed defeated the Infantry, whatever. But like I don't know. Short Strickland says Mongol affiliate is part of the merger, and he owns 51%, and he won't say who yet. This is the useless fucking mentioning WWE bullshit. Like, how does this make any fucking sense? I don't know what to tell you. It's just fucking, get it, WWE doing this, we're gonna do something because it relates to WWE, whatever. Darby Allin I don't know, Darby Allin defeats Lee Moriarty or whatever, and then, but then Strickland fucking, I don't know, he attacks him, and then Brian Cage, and I don't know, some stupid gay shit, I don't fucking know. We see some recap about Jade Cargill and Taya Valkyrie, I don't fucking care. And then in the main event, because I have a fat ass and a bad attitude. I think I mentioned it. I think I'm taking credit for this for Anna Jay. I have a fat ass and a bad attitude. That should be it. Why not you're giving me you're the fat ass, you're hot as shit, and you know the star of the show. Why not do that shit? That should be the fucking gimmick, and she should be hot. She should be doing some hot shit, but no, she's not doing anything hot, unfortunately. And in the main event, Julia Hart, who's like smaller than Anna Jay. I mean, she's cute. Don't get me wrong. She defeated Anna Jay with the Asian mist or whatever. Or like they fucking, this was like them doing some hot. This should have been a bra and panties. I would have loved that. That would have been hot. I don't know. Julia Hart should have been hot. I just don't like the hard, dark, evil shit. At least she looked fucking still cute, but I don't know. But no, now we're going back to back in the belts, and right after that, oh, we're going overtime with Battle of the Belts, and blah, 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 Battle of the Belts, and then we see her seeing Orange Cassidy, and I don't fucking care. Orange Cassidy defeats some fucking guy named the Rastico, whatever the fuck for the FD fucking stupid title he has, international bullshit, and then the House of Black appears, no one fucking cares. Then Mark Briscoe, he unites with the fucking Jay Lethal, but then he's not happy when with Jeff Jarrett or whatever. I don't fucking know. Whatever he's affiliated with, Jeff Jarrett. Jay Cargill defeats some bitch that no one fucking knows, and she's 55 and now. How did that make? Again, you're defending a title with no one who fucking knows. I don't fucking know. I don't care. Some bullshit fucking about the Elite, about Nakasawa or I don't fucking know what that shit is. I don't fucking care. And the main event, some ROH shit. This is supposed to be AEW people, Battle of the Belts, and they were defending ROH titles. How does that make any fucking sense? The Lucha Brothers defeats Powerhouse and QT Marshall, and I don't fucking care. No one fucking knows what the fuck this is, okay? That's fucking bullshit. That's bullshit AEW crap. 51% merger. Why are you doing? I don't fucking know. All you need to know, in my opinion, about the Fire Vince. In my opinion, I don't care about Vince or Triple H. I would have Shane McMahon in charge. But for some reason, Smarks hates Shane McMahon. I don't fucking get it. And I don't give a fuck about the draft. That's my reviews for SmackDown. Even a little bit of Rampage and Battle of Belt. I don't fucking care. I'm just keep real. Get your gains. Call my niece. Find some bits of business. Go ocean shit. And motherfuckers, don't be cock blocking and talking about nerdy shit when you're talking to a chick. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Fucking A.